Firstly, on the issue between Cubana, Obi Cubana and the Very Dark Man, I think Very Dark Man made a mistake there. Yes, he made a mistake because you saying probably that if Obi Cubana is speaking up for the youth and this and that, that is very very fallacious. It doesn't follow because firstly, Obi Cubana is an entrepreneur. Apart from being an entrepreneur, Obi Cubana has created more jobs. He has been creating jobs. Most often times we allow recent happenings to forget the past. You understand me? This was the same Obi Cubana that during his mother's burial, Nigerians were hailing and commending because of how Nigerians, a lot of celebrities, trooped out in mass to grace his mother's burial. And why was this so? Because they said that Obi Cubana has has kept on, uplifting young men out there as far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as hustling is concerned. He has been giving uplift. He has been motivating young men out there, trying to build up their life. But all of a sudden now, because of the social media razzmatazz and ballyhoo from Very Dark Man, now we all seem to have forgotten to the extent that we are now questioning Obi Kubana, what he has done. And one thing you need to also understand that Obi Kubana, being an entrepreneur, may remain taciturn, he may remain silent in the face of so many happening issues in the country, especially as a businessman. He ought to remain neutral. He can be saying so many things, but it will be what behind the scene. Why? Because he's a businessman. How many times have you seen Dangote coming up in public to voice out anything that has to do with governmental policies in this country? Because when it has not come to new trends of Very Dark Man, and we seem to have forgotten ourselves. Everyone in now is just chasing clout and following with the trends of the social media razzmatazz. How many times have you seen Adenuga in the public castigating or criticizing the ease of the government? How many times have you seen Dangote doing so? How many of our business tycoons in the country have we seen doing that? Not that they do not know, not that they are not being affected, not that because in the long run, these entrepreneurs, these business tycoons, they are the one creating majority of the jobs in the country. Now, part of the governmental policies affecting them, they still, you know, remain silent just to make sure that they make ends meet. Because by the time they start speaking up, do you know that an opponent, an opposition that may be an antagonist to them may enter power and finish them completely? If it was even portable that I said after God is what government. So imagine when you are not siding a particular government, or when you are against a particular government, or when you are supporting a particular government. At the end of the day, the one you are not siding come into power. What do you think will happen? Definitely, it will finish you up. So, in terms of business, you remain silent, even when you know. But that aside, you will agree with me that Obi Kubana has done more and has kept on, we keep on doing his good gestures, uplifting the youth. We saw what happened during his mother's burial at Oba in Anambra State. We are saying that Obi Kubana has uplifted millions, thousands of youths and hundreds of youths in his community. Nigerians were all hailing Obi Kubana. They were all championing him and even contributed to making him the celebrity entrepreneur that he is today. Okay, now ask yourself all the numerous businesses of Obi Kubana. Do you know how many workers on his payroll? Do you know how many people he's paying? But we seem to have forgotten. To the extent that we are now questioning to the extent that Very Dark Man now is now questioning Obi Kubana. When last did he speak up for the youth? When did the Very Dark Man even start reigning? Why has he even done that much to the extent of rubbishing one's sacrifice in the past? And the major point is that most of social media charlatans are now working, agreeing with him that he is the best. He is the best. But you forget that before men, they were also what? Men. Please, if you like this video, click the plus button to follow.